السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to the TOEFL course. This is session number. Okay, this is the second lecture concerning the writing skill, or how to write an essay in the TOEFL exam, how to master this skill. So let's start. Bismillah. We are going to have like quick review about concerning the last lecture. Okay. We said that the writing is very important for the TOEFL course. In the TOEFL course, okay? Why? In the first place, this is the only link between you and your tester or your examiner. So we said that sometimes we have like agreement or disagreement with the statement. If we have the prompt at the head of your question, okay, so you are going to agree with this prompt or this head, or disagree with this head. And we said that to take a position and explain it. Okay. If you have any questions concerning this lecture, please write it down on the wall, in the chat. Otherwise, you may ask at the end of the session, because this affects the sound and the internet speed. And so, would you please focus with the lecture, please? Okay. So, we said that there are many types of essay prompts on the TOEFL exam. There are many kinds of essay prompts on the TOEFL exam. The first one, agree and disagree with the statement. You have a statement like this: do you agree or disagree with the following statement? And then you are going to write an essay concerning this topic. The second type is to take possession and to explain it, to put yourself in the possession of the statement and to talk about this, or to write an essay about this. Then, to describe and explain characteristics, to describe and explain a characteristic. And then you are going to describe or rephrase or identify or say why that you prefer these characteristics, or what are these characteristics, or to discuss them in your essay. Okay, we are just giving an overview so that inshallah this will be like a link between the previous lecture and this lecture. To respond to what if situation. So you are assuming that there is a situation and you are going to explain what's your reaction, or what would we do if something happened. Like you have been asked to choose 2 items to include in a time capsule. What items would you choose for a capsule? Okay. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The fifth kind, to explain a cause and effect. Sometimes you write an essay about cause and effects. Both of these elements are included in your essay, and sometimes you are asked only about one element, like to write the cause. What causes the first word were, for example, or what the effect of the first word were. Okay, so in this kind of essays you explain the cause of an event or the effect of it, or both of them. Okay, and we said how we are going, our essay is scored. We said that the score, the higher score, or the highest score, when you respond fully to the writing prompt, when you write exactly what you are asked to write, or to state a clear thesis. Also, you have to state your thesis, your ideas are very clear, and to provide strong support for the clearly illustrate the thesis through specific reasons or examples. And that point actually, which makes your essay coherent and very strong, to link your ideas, to make to support your ideas with reasons why, or explanations, okay, or specific details to support your main idea. And to have a logical and effective organization, you have to organize your essay. If you are talking about cause and effect, you have to follow the logical sequence. Okay, don't jump from an idea to another. Don't break your ideas. Don't interrupt your thought stream. Also, to develop its idea thoroughly. Your ideas should be developed. They shouldn't be separate. Like, you are not pointing out like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to say this leads to this event leads to another event, or that event was a result for this event, and so. So you have to make sure that you develop your ideas throughout your essay. Be grammatically clear and correct through, and this point is very important. This point is deadly one. Okay, it's very vital. So you have to make sure that your grammar structure is good and your sentences sound like good English. Okay, so that's why you have to think about whatever you are writing, and to make sure that you revise your structure again and again in order to avoid any misspelling or any grammatical mistakes, because it reflects the test taker in a very, very bad way. To use words and stylistic techniques, appropriate techniques to have your style in writing appropriately in a very nice way, and to demonstrate variety in a sentence structure and vocabulary. Okay, to master you have to the sentence. I agree. Try to verify your style. Try to verify your style in order to influence you write many styles. Okay, and how we are going to improve our style? Okay, we may read articles. This will help us. Also, we may read newspapers. Why? Because newspapers actually include like a lot of topics, and a lot of articles about different topics, and in a different ways, so this will enrich your knowledge. It will give you a lot of vocabulary and a background about everything in the world. Everything is happening, and you have to read a lot in every aspect of life, because this will enrich your talent as a writer. The five score will be taken to will be the response to the essay prompt, but may not address the aspect of task with equal effectiveness. That means that maybe he understood the prompt, and we said the prompt is the head of the question, the head of the essay, okay, but may not address all aspects. He didn't cover everything, okay. He just give like a hint, or he got on one point from it and he talked about it, and he ignored the rest, or the rest of the prompt, or the other elements in the head. Also, they have a thesis. Of course, they see this should be clear enough. I mean, like, the thesis we said is the main idea. If the word is new for many of you, thesis means the main idea of the essay. Be sufficiently developed. Provide specific reasons, examples, and details. Have an overall effective organization, and be grammatically clear and correct throughout most of the essay. Demonstrate some variety in a sentence structure and vocabulary. As for the 4 score, respond to the essay prompt, but may omit some aspects of the task. Here he ignored a main aspect of the task. Okay, so omit mean to remove or to skip. They have a thesis, but it may be unclear or insufficiently focused. They have a thesis and they are writing about main idea, but this idea is not clear enough or insufficiently focused. The writer didn't focus on the main idea. Okay. Okay. People who need this, I uploaded this file on the group's wall, so you may go back to the group and download this file and follow me. If it's not clear or appear properly on your screen. Great. It was a point, and I needed to make it to point it out for you. So, and a 4 score will have reason and responsible organization, though it may not be the most effective or logical approach. Maybe they have organized their essay, but it's not effective or logical. They are just giving points or giving hints about whatever they are state essay, but the point is to be perfect, to follow a logical approach. Okay. Okay. Mr. Walid or Walido. Okay. Which part? Yes. Which part? Which part would you like would you like me to repeat it? a four-score essay, a four-scored essay? Okay, a four-scored essay, an essay which will take a 4. We said it takes the highest score is 6. Okay, so respond to the essay prompt means that they understood the prompt and they already writing about it, but they removed some aspects. Okay, that means that an important element, an important part of it, of the task, of the thing that you are going to write about. To have a thesis, they have a thesis, but it may be unclear or insufficiently focused. They are not focusing on the main idea, on their main idea. Okay, and the main idea itself, it's not clear, it's confused. Maybe the reader will not understand. What do you mean? So you are for or against? You are agree? Do you agree or disagree? Are you writing the causes, or you are just trying to highlight them? Okay, or do you prefer this or not? Okay, so you have to make the thesis clear. Like, I do agree with the sources. Make it clear. If all ideas goes in the same, if all the ideas go in the same frame, that means that your thesis is clear, and the relation between ideas themselves, it should be logical. The relation between your ideas should be logical and should be developed. Okay, so use some reasons, details. They used reasons to support their ideas and details, and they explain to explain the thesis, the main idea. To have a reasonable and responsible organization. I mean, like to have like a very nice and neat organization, though it may not be most effective or logical approach. They organize their essay, but they lack of having an effective or a logical approach. They didn't follow any logical approach. They are just stating points. Like stating anything, any idea comes up with their minds, they're stating it, but they don't have a link between their ideas. Okay, they don't link their ideas. Demonstrate less fluency with grammar and usage with error that occasionally cut meaning. That means that they have grammatical mistakes, and actually I call it like structure mistakes. Why? Because some people, like, they think in Arabic or in their native language, whatever was it. Like, they think of the Arabic structure, and then they try to build to put it into an English sentence in order to make it fit inside an English sentence, and like something not real, not convinced, and it will be very, very hard to be understood. And this is what put you down, put you really down. Okay, welcome, Mr. Hamid. This is the session number 8 in the TOEFL course. Would you please follow us if you have any question concerning the course in general? Inshallah, I will answer you after the session. Jazakumullah khair. So, have a less variety in a sentence structure and more limited vocabulary. That means the vocabulary are very limited. They are repeating themselves again and again and again. They use one word more than once. Okay? They use the same words, the same vocabulary, the same. Sometimes even I saw some people like repeating the whole sentence again, like they copy it again, and this is not acceptable at all. This is give like a very bad influence on the test taker, as if they cannot handle this essay. A 3 essay will have one or more of the following: the flows or mistakes, respond only to part of the prompt, like to take only one tiny minor detail, and of course this mistake happens because you don't understand. You don't understand what are you supposed to write, or so. Not have a clear thesis, be undeveloped, not provide relevant or sufficient support for the thesis. You are not supporting your ideas. You are out of the point. You are talking about something else. For example, if you are talking about globalization and then suddenly you remember something about the First World War, and you talk about it, and then you talked about the conflict between some countries, so this is distract the examiner. They feel like you don't understand and you don't even know what are you talking about, and they cannot follow your idea stream. Okay, this is a very weak very weak point. I have a weak illogical organization. Okay, would you please focus now with whatever I'm saying, because it's very important to follow a review. We finished this part last session, and I don't need to repeat it again, but I'm repeating it in order to make like overview for the new people. So please, okay, illogical organization. I said like to not to have to link your ideas, not to put your ideas together, not to have like a thought stream. Writing. We are talking about writing. Okay, writing an essay. Okay, so to demonstrate a lack of variety in the sentence structure or vocabulary, your structure is very weak and your vocabulary are very weak. You don't have any unique words to use in your essay. You just use, like, for example, you have sometimes some people would describe something like saying very big, but they can't say massive influence or something. You have to use like rich words. Like if you are talking about the influence of something and you said the globalization had a very big influence on people during the last century or something. Okay, so you have to say, like, you may replace the word very big with massive influence. Okay, so this will give the reader the idea that oh wow, you got some new or good or effective words actually. Okay, a 2-scored essay will have one of these. So these are bad things to happen to anyone. Okay, a clear idea at all. Not developed its ideas. The idea develop, provide or no reason. Or no reason. They don't prove whatever they are saying. They have to give examples and to support the main ideas. Okay, if you didn't do this, then you're going to eat red. Even the support ideas are relevant to the main ideas. They are not talking about the main ideas. They are talking about any other ideas in the head of the test taker. Be poorly organized and have a series of or frequent grammatical errors. And one essay may have one or more of the following characteristics. It may be incoherent. It may be incoherent. or be seriously undeveloped, or have a serious and grammatical error. Use word and grammatical structure incorrectly and inappropriately. Okay? Like what? Like for example, Tina, like some people try to rephrase some jokes in English, or some sayings or so in English, and this is, or some quotes in English, and this is terribly uh, uh, misconceived. Why? Because actually, let me give you an example. Do you know that there's a very like popular joke, which is, say, someone who wants us to sit on at a cafe, and he sat on tea, something like that. Okay, well, the reader will find it like funny. Okay, because he won't get it. He's not familiar with the original joke, and it's not nice to like to put something to try to fit it into another form which is not suitable. One essay, two essay, those numbers refer to what? Oh, okay. One is the score that you get out of 6. If your score is 6, then your essay is perfect. Okay? So if you got 0, that you left your essay blank, you didn't write anything, or you doesn't respond to the writing prompt given, you wrote about another thing, you wrote about, like for example, they asked you to write about the First World War, and you confused it with the Second World War, and you started to state the reasons and the effects, the causes, and so on, and then you are going to lose marks because you're out of the point. You didn't fulfill the head. Okay, Mr. Hamid, I just said that this is the score. If your essay got 6, then that means your perfect is essay if you, is excellent. But if your essay got 0, that means you won't pass the exam. Very bad with writing. So we have to improve our writing skills. Okay. Okay. About effective essay and writing process, we have to plan and to make a draft, and to revising and editing. These are the 3. Okay, again. Okay, the score is it's the higher score is 6 and the lower one is 0. So okay, great. So the effective essay and writing process, we have to follow this process. Okay, first thing, we have to make a plan. What we are going. Oh, okay. Jazakumullah khair. With the page, because we need to, and the chat actually affects the sound, so I'm afraid to waste our time. So thank you very much. Anyway, so we have to have like our own plan, to organize our thoughts and our ideas, and then to make a draft, and then to revise and edit in this sequence. First, we make an outline, then we support ideas, and in order to make our ideas clear, and to make like thought stream, to make our thinkings or our thoughts very smooth, to make a relation between ideas and each others. The last step is to revise what you wrote and to edit it. Okay? This is how you should manage your time during the essay. You have to spend like quarter of your time planning. Don't think like, oh, I don't need to plan for anything. I should just focus on writing and my time. It's not a waste of time. You are managing your time. Instead of using like 30 minutes in writing, then go back, jump back. No, I shouldn't say so and so. I should mention this first. No, I should replace, and so on. From the very beginning, you have to spend a quarter of your time planning, and then a half of your time writing, and then the last quarter to revise and edit what you wrote. Okay, is it clear? Like yours 30 minutes on a TOEFL exam then can be divided as follows: 5 just think about your essay, and 15 minutes right. This will be enough, because all you are going to do, your ideas are clear, everything for you is you know, like very clear. Don't have to try to remember something, or to find a logical explanation for something, because you already had all these elements in your plan. Okay, and then 10 minutes, from 5 to 10 minutes for revising and editing. And there are 6 steps to a strong essay. How to write a strong essay? The first you should do is to understand the writing prompt, to understand the head. Okay, the head has 3 parts: a statement, situation, or pair of opposite for you to consider. A statement, situation, or a pair of opposites for you to consider. The second part is a question or questions for you to answer. This part is what are you going to write about. Is it clear? So don't confuse. The first thing they state what is it about, and then they give you a question that you are going to answer. We are going to see an example, and then directions for you to follow. Like in these examples, okay, like in this example, nowadays communicating with others is faster and easier thanks to technology like email, cell phones, and papers. Number 1 is the statement here, this part. Okay, this is number 1. Number 2, the second part will be the question. Has this change improved the way people live? You are going to say your opinion. Number 3, the directions, like use specific reasons and examples to support your answers. Okay, so every prompt is, we can like cut it into pieces in order to understand, in order not to miss a detail. Okay, that's the thesis. Now we understand what is the question, what I'm going to write about. We are mastering this now. Okay, can we use in text referencing in an exam? Well, I can't get your question, guest 52. Would you please change your name into you may change it from guest 52 into your name, but I didn't get what you mean. Okay, so the second step is to formulate a clear thesis. Think of your main idea of the whole essay. You have to think about the main idea in the whole essay. The point is to make this idea, the main idea, very, very clear. Because this is important, because you are going to support this main idea with minor details or examples. If you are confusing or making making it complicated for the reader, they will misunderstand you, and then they will think that you're not, you don't understand the prompt maybe, or you don't have the skill, you can't use language in a proper way to state whatever you are thinking about in a very sound English structure. Okay, so oh well, Mr. Mahmoud, maybe there are a lot of sites that help, like um, um, a practice test. So you may search, inshallah, and you are going to find a lot of sites that provides you with the test for the TOEFL exam. Okay, I will try to find you these sites later, but inshallah I will try to post links on the wall of the group. Okay. Okay, so this is the second step. For the third one, the brainstorming. The brainstorming, you know, do you remember when we talked about planning and making a plan for whatever, or outline? Actually, this helps you to arrange your thoughts, and we said it's very important, and so the brainstorming is a method to make this plan. Once you have decided how to answer a question in a prompt, decide how you will support your answers. You have to decide how you are going to support your answers. Are you going to talk about causes, or to say why do you agree, or why it's a good habit, or whatever? Okay, are you going to hold like an argument? Are you going to use the chronological order, or the or are you going to use the most important point to the least important idea? Or so you have to fix all these strategies inside your draft, in order to make it clear for yourself, to help yourself to write something professionally in a very clear and neat way. Okay, so okay, we have like two kinds of brainstorming. Brainstorming can be like you write like separate words which has no relations to each other. It's just like just maybe lag. What's lag? Okay, as for the free writing, some people use this approach. Okay, this technique, I won't recommend this technique, because free writing, it will take like a lot of time, and you have to rephrase it again, and you have to then revise and edit, so it will take much time, especially for those who are not native speakers. I mean, like for native speakers, all they are going to do is to rearrange, copy and paste from a place to another. Okay, but for us as non-native speakers, it will take like a lot of time. Okay, it's time waste. Okay, this brainstorming technique is what it says. Free writing. Write down whatever comes to your mind about the question or the topic. Don't worry about grammar structure. Write in your own language if you like. You may use other language, like you may use Arabic or Turkish, whatever your mother tongue is. Just write. If you keep your hands moving for a few or 2 or 3 minutes, you are bound to come up with good ideas. For me, I won't recommend this technique, but it happens. But for me, it won't be like 2 or 3 minutes. Maybe it will take 10 minutes. So I have to make use of this 10 minutes in a better way. The fourth, this part till here we cover this part during the previous session. So now we are going to talk about the fourth step. The fourth step is to create a detailed outline. The mouse, where's the pick? Sorry to say that. Where's the pick? I didn't get your point, Mr. Mahmoud. Oh, that I scrolling down the page? Scrolling down the page? Right and left? Okay, is it clear now? Is the page clear now? Okay, great. So now we are talking about step 4. How to create a detailed outline. The next step in your opportunity to make sure the essay you write in both well organized and well developed. To make an outline means to put your ideas in order. Okay, that first for example, like my main idea will be so and so and so. Okay, then this main idea will be supported with this idea and this idea, and then this is the first paragraph. This is the outline. This is how we do it. The second paragraph. This is my main idea, and I'm going to support it with 1, 2. Yes, before starting we said we have like from 5 to 10 minutes for planning. Okay, so you have to make all the benefit out of these from 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, I'm sorry. It's not very important. I'm just trying to make like this main idea, and we are going to support it with 1, 2. This is the first paragraph. The second paragraph, I'm going to state my main idea, so and so. This is the first reason. For example, if I'm going to talk this is the introduction paragraph, and this is the thesis. The idea is is sentence plus thesis. Okay, and then I support it with like 2 or 3 or 4 more sentences, whatever. Okay, this is the first reason, and I will support this reason with 1, 2, 3. This will be the third reason, the second reason. So I support it with 1, 2, 3, and so on till I finish my essay. Okay, and then I have the conclusion, which I will rephrase. We are going to talk about this later. Okay, just I want to make sure it will help you when you are going to write your essay. You are going to talk about this sentence or this idea. You are going to write like 1 sentence and then 2 sentences about this point, or one sentence about this point, and one sentence about this point, and one sentence about, you know what I mean? So it will be easier for you, rather than like writing actually like the first world war was causes were so and so and so. You're going to just to use like fresh ideas, and this is not healthy. This is not healthy. Don't trust your, like yourself at this pressure and at pressure time or so. Okay, by creating a detailed outline, you can put your ideas in a logical order or effective order. By this way, you will find you will actually create a link between your ideas. Like, this is the first reason, this is the second reason, this is the third reason, and so on. Okay. In section, we are talking as reason. Yes, every reason will be in one separate paragraph, and I have to support this reason with details or examples, illustrative ideas. Okay, in order to make my essay strong and coherent. Okay. Okay, so the outline will help me to do what? The first thing, it will put your ideas in a logical and effective order. Okay? The second point is to fill any gaps in your support. Okay. Now I made my outline. I have a logical, effective, perfect logical relation between every paragraph and every idea. The logical sequence is perfect and everything is okay, but maybe I have to rephrase my words, or to rephrase my ideas themselves, to fill any gap. If there's any gap between my ideas or my sentences or my structure or whatever, it will be very easy to fill this gap. Okay, if you feel like you are not giving the right reason, sometimes some people like they fail to write the correct reason. Okay, so they are going to just to rephrase it, or to fill here one more detail or example or something. Okay. The basic outline structure. This is how you have to structure every paragraph and every essay. Okay? Uniform essay? What does it mean, uniform essay? I'm not familiar with this term, sorry. Not informal. Yeah, this outline can be applied both in formal and informal essays. Okay, we have to explain that the outline structure for the whole essay should look like this: introduction, which will state the thesis; body, which explain and supports the thesis. You're going to state reasons or examples or details or effects or whatever. And the conclusion, to bring a closure and restate thesis, but make sure that you don't copy your thesis. Don't you ever copy your thesis. Rephrase it to write it again in a different way, with a different vocabulary. Okay, so you have to make sure that you fulfill this part. So, is it clear, or we have to draw it? to save time. Yeah, both. Okay, so the first thing, introduction. Okay, this paragraph will be introduction. Okay, this is the second paragraph, the third, the fourth. Let's say they are 5 paragraphs. Okay, this is an introduction. This is introduction, and then this is from here, from the second paragraph till the third paragraph. This is the body. Supporting idea 1, supporting idea 2, supporting idea 3, and then the conclusion. Okay? Okay. The first paragraph is introduction. Okay? From the second paragraph till the third paragraph, the fourth paragraph, sorry, this is the body. Supporting idea 1, supporting idea 2, supporting idea 3. Okay? Then the last paragraph will be conclusion. Here I state my thesis. Okay? And then and here I restate my thesis. I restate my thesis. Okay. Great. Okay. Okay. So your outline should follow this basic structure. Your examiner expects that you are following or you are applying this structure. So if you didn't apply it on your exam, you are going to lose marks. No, not always. Not always 5 paragraphs. You're welcome. So because you are writing a very short essay, you should have at least 1 point in your outline for each paragraph. The body section of your your outline should be broken down into individual supporting ideas for the essay. The first one is introduction, support idea, the first support idea, the second, the third, and then the conclusion. Okay, the order of importance. What does it mean? This is how do you manage to arrange your ideas or to organize your essay. Obviously, you know where to put your introductory and concluding paragraphs, but you organize your ideas, the same thing. Organize the body of your essay. All of us can write an introduction and a conclusion. It's not a big deal. We are talking about one idea and we have to make it clear, and the conclusion we are going to rephrase this idea. Okay, but what about the supportive ideas? This is the main part. So we have that we in which order should exact or whatever. Okay, so while there are many different organizational patterns for the kind of essay you will write on the TOEFL exam, order of importance is probably the most effective pattern to use. Because the prompts asks you to take a position, agree or disagree, for example, or to decide what characteristic is the most important in a friend. Your main support will consist of reasons that you took this particular stance, a logical and effective in a logical or effective way. Okay. In the introduction, you are going to tell your readers what you are doing. You are going to tell them, or what you are doing actually think about. Okay. To state your thesis. The body, to tell them to develop your ideas and provide specific support for the thesis. The conclusion, to tell them what you have told them already, to restate the thesis. To present those reasons in by rank means by the, like if you are giving reasons, so what is the most important reason? Which idea is the most important reason? Okay, organize ideas from the least important to the most important reason, from the least compelling to the most compelling example. Order of importance is the structure writers most often use when they are developing an argument. Like if you're having an argument, so first you state the least important detail or idea. Okay, then you build on it, you bring a better idea, and then much more better idea, and you keep the most important idea to the end, in order to get like your audience or your readers full persuasion. Okay, and that's essentially what your TOEFL essay will be: a brief argument expressing and explaining your opinion. The least to most important structure works well in arguments because it creates a snowball. Do you know the snowball effect? Do any of you familiar with the snowball effect? This part again. Okay, my question is, do any of you familiar with the snowball effect? Right and left is disturb us. Well, I don't scroll it right or left. Excellent, very good, Mr. Raji. It begins small and increases by time or by the go. Okay, it begins small and increases by the go. Okay, so the point is, okay, is it good now? Okay. The snowball is ball which made out of snow. Okay, when you roll a snowball, it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, so your ideas okay, we have to now we are talking about developing ideas or the supporting ideas. The conclusion does not include any supporting ideas. The conclusion is a rephrase to the thesis or restating to the thesis. Okay? I just want to make sure. Now we are talking about the body, how to develop your ideas. You have, if you are going to talk, if your essay will be an argument, okay, so you have to use this technique. to state the least important ideas first, and then mention the more important idea, and then the much more important one, and then the most important big idea, which will get the agreement of all your readers. You know the saying that keep the good for the end? And when you save your best, strongest idea for last, your conclusion will have more impact. Now, you persuaded your readers with your point of view, and then your conclusion will be more effective and notes for guide or move for the brainstorming above. Like the introduction, I prefer is that do both. The thesis, to me, a good movie is one that both entertains me and makes me think. The conclusion is the paragraph in which we include the closure. We end our paragraph in the conclusion. Okay, we include the closure of our essay. Okay, it's the end, the last paragraph of our essay. No, Mr. Mahmoud, I don't think so. If you are going to translate it in Arabic, it would be like al-khatim, but not no, not this is very scientific. The word istintag, it's very scientific. It's not this is not the point, or this is not what it's meant to be. Yes, like summary. Okay, let's proceed. I prefer movies that do both. To me, a good movie is one that both entertains and makes me think. This is the introduction. This is, from here we are going to state, or we are going to outline, make an outline for our body in the essay. Like reason 1, I don't like to feel like I have wasted time. Reason 2, I like getting lost in another word for a few hours or 2 hours. Reason 3, something interesting to think about. Example 1, Planet of Apes, and so on, so on. So the conclusion, I'm going to rephrase or restate my thesis again, or my main idea as illustrated by my examples. I prefer movies that entertains me and make me think. Okay. Strong or supporting paragraphs. Strong supporting paragraphs. Outlining your ideas not only sets up an effective organization, it can also show you if your essay is sufficiently developed. For an essay to be effective, we have or make like effective paragraphs in order to form an effective essay. And that means each paragraph needs to be sufficiently developed. Care about our ideas development. While there is no magic formula, there are some general guidelines regarding paragraph length. A paragraph with just one sentence, unless the sentence is specifically set off to create a special effect, is too short. It doesn't sufficiently develop its idea. A paragraph with 10 sentences, on the other hand, is probably too long. So, one sentence is not enough, and 10 sentences are very long. There's likely to be more than one idea developed in the paragraph. Remember, a paragraph by definition is a group of sentences about the same idea. Make sure that you are talking about the same idea. For an essay of this type, paragraph. Okay, before we continue, let's make something clear that sorry. Excuse me. So a paragraph should be organized, and your ideas should be developed in a logical approach. Okay, again, remember, a paragraph is defined by a group of sentences about the main ideas or the same idea, so it should be long as a result. For an essay of this type, paragraphs of 3 or 4 sentences, it should be enough to explain and provide specific details and examples for each of your supporting ideas. To help developing your paragraphs, expand your outline. To help to develop your paragraph, expand your outline. For each main supporting idea, list at least one specific detail or example. Like as we said, okay, I don't want to scroll up again. Okay, we are going to see an example. Paragraph. Each paragraph has a small this and 4 specific examples and details. Notice how the outcome explains as follows. What does it mean? It means that you consider everything as if it is a small essay. Like it will have its own introduction, its own body, and its own conclusion. As for the introduction will be the main idea of this paragraph. To me, a good movie is one that both entertains me and makes me think. The body, reason 1, I don't like to feel like I have wasted my time. And then the example, movies like Rat Race or Home Alone, funny but empty, lots of dumb jokes. Okay, so here he stated the topic sentence, the topic sentence here. I don't like to my time. Specific example like Rat Race or Home Alone. So, is it clear? Okay. Reason 2, I like getting lost in another word for 2. This is what I mean by entertaining, not necessarily, but captivating. Okay, something that would attract my attention. Like all the 3 movies below do this. And you are going to state names of the movies. No. No, it's okay. It's not a big deal. Okay. Explanation. I like movies that are in essay. Like today, it's much easier to communicate with us. It's just a decade ago. We can send and receive messages instantly with a number of his lives. Okay. These are examples used to Notice how the introduction outline and the three main topics that will be developed in the body of the essay. How a new communication technology make it easier to coordinate and accomplish tasks, help families to keep better track of their children, and enables a wider range of people to exchange information and ideas. So, is it clear? You have the topic sentence, and then you support it with supportive ideas. It's not about introducing ourselves, Mr. Mahmoud. It's about question, not introducing in our text. We are introducing our topic, our essay. Okay, if it's about technology, so we are going to introduce our thesis, which is the main idea. Once you have written your introduction, when we finish writing introduction, it will be much more easier to take every point and write it in a separate paragraph. This will be paragraph number 1, and this will be paragraph number 2, and this will be paragraph number 3. Okay, and we are going to support paragraph number 1 with more details or supportive ideas or illustrative ideas. We are going to move on with some paragraph 2, the second or the third paragraph actually, which includes the second supportive ideas and so on. Okay, so once you have written your introduction, write the body of your essay paragraph by paragraph, following your outline. Make sure each paragraph had a clear topic sentence and specific support. You have to write a clear topic sentence, and to support this clear topic sentence with specific support, details, examples, illustrative ideas, and so on. So, okay? Don't forget about transition between paragraphs. You have to make the transition smooth. Okay? Keywords and phrases like more, importantly, like similarly, or in the other hand, first, next, then, last, finally, and so on, help to guide your reader through your argument, and it will give like a very strong influence on about you as a writer. After you supporting paragraphs, and actually in order to master this skill, you have to read a lot. You have to read a lot, heavily. Like I would recommend, if you have time, you may read novels, but actually most of you, maybe they are working or they are studying for master, so I would recommend you to read newspapers, but you have to do it daily, like to read like 2 articles daily. Okay, so after your supporting paragraphs, write a preface, but not in exactly the same words. Please don't use the same structure again and again. Don't introduce any new topics. In the conclusion, you shouldn't include or introduce idea. Okay, you are closing, you are saying goodbye. You shouldn't like goodbye, did you hear about so and so and so, you know, like, so you are opening a new topic, and this is not professional. Instead, make the reader feel as if you have covered your topic thoroughly and that they have gotten something meaningful from reading your essay. Here's an example. I know I can find plenty of movies that will entertain me, but that alone is not enough. Give me a film that entertains me and makes me think. Any movie can entertain me with a zany adventure, a futuristic fantasy, or an enduring romance. but only a good movie will also challenge me to think about important issues. Okay, so here in the conclusion, no new ideas are included, but he's restating, he's talking about the very same point. He didn't mention anything new. Okay, the last step is to proofread carefully. This skip it by any reason. Why? Because actually under stress, and when you're having exam sometimes, or maybe we write, like we confuse our ideas, or we make a silly spelling mistakes, like very very silly, or to have like grammar mistakes, which is actually it's not because you don't know the rule. It's because you are confused, or maybe you didn't notice, or you were not concentrating on this part. So the editing and revising is very important, because it gives you a chance to get the perfection of the writing, so sorry. So in the 3 steps writing process, the third step is revise and edit. What exactly is the difference between revising and editing anyway? The revise means to carefully read over your essay and make changes to improve it. Revising focus on improving the content, what you say, and style, how you say it. What you say, the content, and the style, how, the structure, the vocabulary that you used, the sentence itself. In other words, when you revise, you concentrate on the big picture, your ideas, and how you organize and present them in your essay. Okay, you look at your essay like in whole, as the whole thing. But as for editing, on the other hand, deals with grammar to correct sentence, the mechanics to correct spelling, capitalization function, and the usage of idioms, or sometimes, as I told you, like for example, what the collocation, when you use some words with others in a very, like, change them, like we say do homework, or we say go for shopping. We don't say do shopping. Okay, so sometimes while you are doing something in a hurry or in a rush, so maybe you will skip, or you will do such silly mistakes, but you're going to get over it while you are editing it. You're checking, as if you're the teacher or the examiner, and you are checking your spelling mistakes and your grammar mistakes and so on. Okay, editing, of course, is very important. You write it clear and correct. General rule, it doesn't make much sense to carefully proofread each sentence, only to realize that you need to rewrite several paragraphs. However, and this is a big however, the little different on a time essay exam, especially when the time is so short, because your time is so limited. Revising, making sure you have a clear thesis that addresses the writing prompt, sufficient and relevant support, and logical organization, should actually take place before you write. When you are outlining your essay, you don't have time to write paragraphs or add new ones, but you will probably have a few minutes to change words order or adjust word choice and correct grammatical or mistakes. And this final polishing step can help make your ideas come across much more clearly for the readers. Quote on the one on punctuation. What do you mean, Mr. Mahmoud? I'm sorry, I didn't get your point. And here is okay, and here is some exercises. This is one exercise. Okay, practice 4. Okay, and this is the end of our session for today. This is this practice, inshallah. I expect you to answer it. More spaces? What do you mean by more spaces? You mean like to leave? Okay, you're welcome. I know what does it mean more, but I can't picture your question. I mean, I don't understand it. Inshallah, we have only 2 sessions left. It will be about speaking or listening. So inshallah, you are going to do this part. I'm going to play audio for you and ask questions, and you are going to answer these questions. Mr. Mahmoud, are you okay? You mean like to write a word and double space then another word? Okay, yeah, it's not properly to do such thing. Okay, so what about practice by speaking via mic? Inshallah, we are going to activate this next time, because you are going to anything, and just I'm going to outline. We have a very small theoretical part, then you are going to have to listen to an audio materials. Maybe it will be video or an audio. Inshallah, it will be useful. Inshallah, you are welcome, Mr. Mahmoud, anytime. Next session, inshallah, will be on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Cairo timing. جزانا وإياكم. Okay, so do you have any question concerning this session? Can we talk on the first? Of course, you may write any question you have, like on the Facebook, on the wall, and I will try to answer you. Unfortunately, I'm not acquainted with internet this month, so I will try to reply on your question soon. This session number 7 and 8. Yes, Miss Rasha, that's true. Is speaking part well, listening and speaking, this is, and inshallah we are going to discuss this later, Mr. Raji, so don't worry about it, inshallah. Should we practice at home before doing the exam? Of course you have to practice. Why we are having this course? In order to know the clues, how to manage, how to improve your skills, how to master these skills, in order to get your score, the score that you're dreaming of. The websites for that. Yes, of course. There are a lot of websites actually which provide you with practice tests. All you need to do, right, like practice TOEFL test on the Google, and it will find you are going to find a lot of websites. Okay, this is pure Arabic idiom. We don't say like I don't know. Okay, Mr. Uh, Mr. Hamid. Okay, let me tell you about our course. Our course is just the TOEFL. It's okay. It's okay. All the material are uploaded on the group. You have to join the group on the Facebook, and inshallah you're going to find previous lectures online, the previous lectures on YouTube, and even you are going to find all the materials that we use during our sessions. You are going to find it like PDF in a PDF file. Welcome, guest number 156. Okay. So, Mr. Hamdi, is it clear now? Welcome, Mr. Abdurrahman. Welcome. When I can't find this PDF, you're going to find it just on the wall. Check the documents. Check the documents, and you're going to find the PDF files and the videos on the YouTube and everything. Inshallah, you're going. If you have any question, you may just post it. And actually directly to the academic website, the main website, even not on the Facebook. It will be easier for you. They upload everything there, and there's such a great library there, so you may use it. You may download even a lot of useful materials. Okay. Okay, so do you have any do you have Miss personal Facebook? Yes, I have my personal Facebook, of course, but I don't share it. I'm sorry. Sent a my request, but it wasn't accepted yet. Okay, Mr. Abdurrahman, inshallah I'm going to accept it soon. Once I finish the lecture now, I'm going to go directly to the website, to the Facebook group, and accept all the join requests. Okay? Jazakumullah khair. So, you have any further questions? Okay, I wish you the best of luck ever. So I guess we are done with our session today. You're most welcome. Thank you very much. Jazakumullah khairan. I guess you don't have any more questions. So سبحانك اللهم بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إلى الله خير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.